something has happened in California that is being hidden from us. And it seems like it's really, really significant. Perhaps there are those who have went to California and they've seen this Crowley Lake columns. I've never heard of them in my life, and I was going to share something different, but then somehow they showed up on my screensaver right here that we're looking at right here. We're here in California at the Crowley Lake. And since it's by the ocean, one would think, well, Gina, honey, let's, that we're looking at right here. Okay, I want to make sure I had volume. So, it showed up on my screensaver, is what it did. And, I think they tried to say that it was naturally occurring. But does that look like naturally occurring? Y'all, let me just make myself small. Oh, I just hear all of my right ear a high pitch that all of a sudden got big. Got loud. Let's look at this, you all, because this is kind of wild. Hello, Danny Lovelet. So, Crowley Lake columns in California. Never heard of them before in my life. And if the water did this, well, they look strikingly similar to the gaudy columns in Barcelona, Spain. Now, how is that? How is that? How on earth is that possible? Because these columns right here in Barcelona, Spain, they look like they're man-made. They really do. They look like they're man-made. And they have the rings around them like that. What if, you all, just what if this right here was really something like this right here, but the water just hid the history? What if it was like just buried the history of it right over there? I thought it was rather strange. I really did. Yeah, we're going to look at these because something's bound to be going on, really. Hello, Danny. Love it, honey. It's just you and Gina. Yeah, that's right. Me and you here this very day. That's right. We can do it. They don't like this topic. This is not a headline, but that's okay. Nonetheless, this is a part of history, is what it is. So we're going to look at it. Yes, we are. There you go. You all can see it. 33 and 13. We got it. Hello there, Naruka. On this community. That's right. Hello, Michelle Stone. So we can see you all on here. Let's come over here, you all, because this is really interesting. Never heard of this place in my life. Let me see if I can get to it. This is what showed up on my screensaver. Let's make sure I got this. Can you all hear me also on here while I'm looking at this? Let me fix this right here so I can see it. Yes, from New Jersey. Oh, Danny, honey, you had to look for Gina, honey. Well, you found me. You look hard enough, you'll find me. You look hard enough, you'll find me. Look at this. So have you ever heard of this? I didn't. That's right. I've never heard of it in my life. You know, my touch screens have not been functioning properly. I had to reboot my small Surface laptop, and now this one doesn't want to enlarge for me. It does not. Let me see what this is. What is this? Let me see. I don't think they said how it was formed, but look at some of these images, you all. Let's look at this for a second. Look at that. How can that be naturally occurring? You see what it looks like? It looks like big tree roots. Really, it kind of looks like tree roots or trees themselves or something like that. But when I was scrolling down, this is also what I saw right here. Can you hear me still, you all? Let's see this. Oh, please. Thank you. Thank you for letting me enlarge this screen, because I want to enlarge the screen. I do. So, mystery of the Crowley Lake columns. Stone columns. Look at them. You can see people. They're looking at them. They're just standing there in awe looking at these right there. And there's just different images. Look at the twirls around them, you all. How can that be? Look, and you got Arizona postcard of, I went there actually, the old Yuma Territorial Prison. When we lived out in Nevada, I went over there. So let's look at some of these columns really fast. Right here. I hope I'm not in the way. But look at that. So I was looking at all these other things that are on here. Can you see them? I'm sure you can. What is this? Some caves? I don't know where these caves are at, y'all. Let's look at some of these caves. They got some pictures of Buddhas or somebody in here. They kind of do look like it, and I don't know where this place is at, but look at this. It's a wonder they don't say, well, water came through here and made this, but look at those right there. Look at that. This is Colombia. Let me see if I can't shrink this down, you all. I have to get back to a page where I have to get back to something to where I can touch the screen and shrink it if it'll let me. Oh, now you did it, Gina, honey. Okay, I did. Okay, let's go like this. So this is where we were. How could this, let me come over here to the YouTube too. I looked up Crowley Lake over here on the Google search. You can see it right here. Crowley Lake columns. You see it right here too. This is a better image. It's like crispy looking. Look at that. What if this was once like an oasis or something, you all? Really, what if it was? An aerial view of Crowley Lake. You can, this looks really beautiful. Doesn't it look beautiful? It really does. So I wonder if what they said was the history of Crowley Lake. Let's look at the Wikipedia. What is they going to say how it formed? It is a reservoir on the Upper Owens River in southern Mono County, California. It's 15 miles south of Mammoth Lakes. Here we got it right down here, you all. You can see it. Crowley Lake. So let's see how it happened. It was created in 1941 by the building of the Long Valley Dam. Okay, the dam is 126 feet high, impounds, whatever. It's known for its trout fishing, but I want to talk about the columns. Let's hear about the columns. Okay. Upon completion of the reservoir in 1941, strange columnar formations, some of which reached heights of 20 feet, were spotted. Oh, along the reservoir's eastern shore. Some described them as stone cylinders connected by a fortified stone arch that had completely covered and obscured for millions of years, but which had been gradually unmasked by the incessant pummeling of the lake's powerful waves, whose constant pounding eroded the more malleable rock at the base of the cliff's encasing. Let's see. Oh my goodness, you all. If you're just tuning in, this showed up on my screensaver. I was going to show the observatories. I guess it wasn't meant because I wanted to come over here because I've never seen this before. But this right here, it reminds me of the Goblin Valley place that they have out west, the Valley of the Goblins. The pillars were simply regarded as oddities by Berkeley. Why does UC Berkeley have to do these things too? They were the results, you all. Here's the results of these. They were results of frigid water from melting snow seeping down into volcanic ash. The result of a catastrophic eruption more than 760,000 years prior. So it created tiny holes in the hot ash, the byproduct being boiling water and steam, which then rose up out of some of these holes, and that's how it happened, you all. That's how it happened. That's what they said. It was volcanic ash that created those columns. What columns are you talking about, Gina? I'm talking about these columns Right here, this is the columns I'm talking about. They said volcanic ash caused these, you all. That's what they said. They did say that. Volcanic ash caused these columns to happen millions and millions and millions of years ago. This is the one that I clicked into. But when I went going like this, I thought, well, that's all fine and dandy. It is. So I thought, oh, wow, I get to see some more. But then Gina Honey saw this. I thought, now I'm sure that's not volcanic ash that caused this, and it's in Barcelona. Now just imagine if this right here structure, really think about it. If this structure had water washing upon it, it too probably would look just like this right here. It would probably be smoothed out just like this over here. It would. Look. We're not stupid. We're not stupid. We can think outside the box. We really can think outside the box, you all. Look at the gap. Let me just pull it up. I'm going to pull it up. Let me show you this. Let me do it. Look at the space. Look how these are practically evenly spaced right here. You can see this. They look like they were perfect. Volcanic ash did not cause such a thing. It could not have caused such a thing. Look at this. Look how they're evenly spaced. They said millions of 760,000 years ago, this is what happened. That's what they said, 760,000 years ago. Well, it kind of resembles these right here. Now let's put some water on these in Barcelona, and they'll probably look like this. They probably will, you all. Just really what happened. What was there in California? This is not... I'm of the opinion, it's just my own personal opinion, that this did not happen the way that they said it happened, because it has patterns that match these patterns. It really does. They match. Okay, they do. Except this has an arch, and these have an arch too, you all. You can see an arch in these. Isn't that remarkable? These two have an arch in them, just like these, you. Can you all see me? And can you hear me? Because my OBS Studio, when I said that, it crashed. Now, mind you, I've got a direct hookup. Yes, I'm back. I'm good now. Okay, yeah, it crashed. It crashed when we was talking about that, y'all. This Crowley Lake, it has arches just like the gaudy columns in Barcelona, Spain. It does. It does. Okay, we can look at it. Yes, we can look at it. So look at that. I don't think they said this was caused by water, really. I don't think they did. Where's this at? This is alabaster. How did I get over there, you all? Let me do this if I can. Okay, this is where I was right here. Are we over here on this screen? We got to make sure we're over here on this screen. We want to look at these columns that they said. Oh my gosh. Now this right here, this quite possibly could be from, that has the telltale signs of like something being in there unnaturally occurring, not man-made. But the other things right that you all, the other things that's different. I wanted to get down here to see some more. See, look at these. They got arches inside of them. They got arches. And they want us to think that the water did it. The ash did it. The ash did it, you all. And it kind of evenly spaced it. No, it didn't. It didn't do it, you all. They're not telling the truth. See, look at her. Hello. She's got her hands in between those columns, you all. There's spaces for her to stand. This is not like no stalactites or stalagmites. No, this is not that. It's not. It's not a stalactite or a stalagmite or any of that. We need to see how the Barcelona ones. So I can't read. Is this Japanese right here? I can't read that, but these got some arches too. If you put some water on it, they'll get erosion too, and they'll be nice and smooth. They really will. So we wanted to look at that. Let's see. We don't want to look at that. We wanted to see more of that, more of that. More, well, these are the same things over and over. They got the same image. We got to come over here to the Crowley Lake. Okay, so I've also pulled up this Barcelona columns right here. This was, this is it right here. Look at this. So this is Barcelona columns. I wish we could find a Wikipedia on this. I really could. Can I get off of there and try to find a Wikipedia Barcelona columns? I want to do all ancient ruins. Ancient. Let me move this out of the way. Ancient. Let's see. Okay, we got some ancient. Oh, is this from? Well, we're not looking at Augustus. How long ago was Augustus? It's over 2,000 years ago for Augustus. Could California had something from over 2,000 years ago happening to there? I can't find the columns. Why won't they let me find the columns, you all? I'm not good at searching as good as I'd like to be. I'm not. It's not gonna. Thanks, Gina, honey. I ran into a block wall. Look at that. How we doing down here, you all? Oh, you talking about Roger at Mud Fossils? I've talked to him on the phone a couple times. I have. Just so you know, I have personally talked to him a couple times on the phone. Yeah. So we can see down through here. Look how evenly spaced these are. Right there, you all. Is that perfect? Look. Did they say, oh, let's click it. Oh, please let us find a site that we can click into that I have to go back. I made it too big. Can we find it? Where's this? I hope this is not a whatever thing you call them. What do you call them things? I hope it's not. How did this Barcelona something? How can I get in there? How can I find history about this? Because these are not showing me no history on it, you all. I don't think these were formed by cave formations either. Look how perfect they are. I'm just gonna pick it. I don't even know where this one's at. Let's see what that's going to take us to, you all. This is we're in Egypt. We're now in Egypt. Let's see if there's any things like that here. I don't think there is. No, there's not, you all. Let me put this back to me. I'm not able to find anything about this. I'm not. One thing I do know, this does not look, does anyone on here have any information about what happened in California other than the mud flood? What used to be here? There is a rumor. Now, there actually was more than a rumor that the United States was the old Egypt. That was what was said. United States was the old Egypt and also was like the lost continent of Atlantis. Have you ever heard that? United States, the last continent of Atlantis. Let's listen to, let me see if I can find that. Not the lost continent of Atlantis. Wait a second. But that was a long time ago. I found it in an old book. How they said it. Let's see what we got on there. You hold that your U.S. is Jerusalem, Michelle. Okay, so United States was ancient Egypt. Ancient Egypt. Because they found, didn't they find Egyptian things, pyramid things? There are pyramids in the United States also. And there's mounds, pyramid mounds. Look, 3 discoveries that suggest ancient Egyptians traveled to America. The Old World Florida is a good channel. Um, The U.S. is Atlantis. Raphael Scroop. That's what I heard. Okay, Sanson's map. Sansons map. We can look it up. SANSMAP of Atlantis. Thank you. Let's see if I got it in there, you all. Okay, that's perfect. We can do it. Oh, look at this. University of California of Oxford. Let's go to the University of California. Thank you. Our treasure this month is a map of America printed in Paris in 1669. You can see it right there, you all. We can see it. We're going to look at California. And thank you for that right there. There's pyramids in Florida, dragonfly. You all, we are in here. Do we need any moderators? Do we got any moderators that are in here? Or is the Google algorithm doing great? The Google algorithm is probably doing an excellent job. Yes, it wants us to share the truth. It does. Absolutely. It does, you all. Let's come back over here to this right here. So, researching this map has revealed a wealth of theories, and some more credible than others, covering political intrigue, lazy cartographers, debates over where myth and history overlap, and its fascinating insight into human nature and our desire to believe in the magical. It was created by Nicholas Sanson. It's a wonder the book survived, really, if you think about it. He was a French cartographer and a royal geographer. His son succeeded him. This particular map is curious for 2 reasons. It represents the Americas as the lost kingdom of Atlantis. And 2, it represents California as an island. So let's see if we can get the big map on here. Okay, well, here's that one. It's kind of hard. I can't really read maps good, you all. Let me see if we can see this. Oh, this is better. Isn't that interesting? Atlantis, I can't read Latin. I would say that this is in Latin. So this would be California over here, really. Right there. Magnus Sinus, Sinus. Atlantis. This is really interesting. And that was the lake. That's the lake that's on California right now, right? Yeah. Do read between the lines. Okay, let's see. Between the L and the T, you see the huge lake. Where's the L and the T? You see a L and a T somewhere you are? I can't really see it. L and a T. Yeah, I see it. What about that lake? Ballhead, America was Atlantis. Yes, you are. This is important. It's shaped like a heart. I see it right there. Right there. Yep. I see it. Why is that heart there, Fievel Perez? Why is it shaped like a heart? Is there any history behind it? Yeah. Is there any history behind it being shaped like a heart? Thank you, Deb. Yeah, much love to you all. Oh, look at this. The mythology, look at this. Dora, Google Maps, all of this can seem silly. Let's pull up Google Maps and let's pull up California. Let's just pull up California on a Google map. If I can find it. I got Google Map. Let's stop it in its tracks, you all. We're going to go to Google Map because it's our friend. We like Google Map. Google Map, California. California, here we come. there it is today. Let's do this. Let's take California back so we can see it. We want to see it from a long time ago. So this is California. Oh, did someone answer about the heart? Hit that thumbs up, you all. Well, you don't have to. 1931, they did this map in 1931. Remember, when we was looking up on Google Earth, there were some overlays of old black and white maps, really pictures, and there was 3 different ones in California when we went and looked. Right there, see, it's right there. See that? They overlaid that. There was one here. You can see it right here too. There's one there. They had these maps, and it's only there's like 3 of them here, and there was one up somewhere else, you all, right up here. This is by this map. It's called South Lake Tahoe, right there. South Lake Tahoe. So that had one. We could see it clearly the other day, and there was another small one down here. I wonder where Crowley Lake is at, you all. Where is Crowley Lake? Can I type in Crowley Lake? Let's find out the location of Crowley Lake. Crowley Lake, California. Let's find out where its location is at. What are we doing over here? Is that where we at? Is that lake the same thing as Crowley Lake Columns, California? Is it? Crowley Lake Columns, California? Let's see where it's located, because I want the exact Crowley Lake. Southern Mono County. It's a reservoir on the Upper Owens River. The Upper Owens River. Well, let's type in Owens River, you all. They flooded it out, is what happened. Owens River. So this is Crowley Lake. Right here. Oh, they don't want us to look. They really don't want us to look. Look at this, you all. We are not allowed to zoom up close on. Get over here, Gina. Let's get over here to the. Okay, we got it. We got it, you all. Crowley Lake. That's what it looks like. Let me do this. Mono. Let's paste it. Owens River, California. Let's see what it's going to take us to. It's the upper part of Owens River, California. So that's Owens River. So I guess it's going to twiggle, it's going to wiggle around, and there's Old Mammoth. Old Mammoth, you all. It makes sense. It really does make sense. So let's look at this. Let's go back to Crowley Lake. Crowley. C-R-O-W-L-E Lake. Columns. Okay, we can do it. It may not take us there. It may take us somewhere else, you all. No, it took us here. Let's look at it. Right there. Oh, look at that. They took us right here. We would like to look at ground level. Thank you. Thank you. We want to look at ground level. So this is really kind of interesting. Look at this up here, you all. Look at that. This probably was a palace or something. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Can we zoom up on that? We can't zoom up on it. Yeah, we need to look at that, because it looks kind of interesting. So let's twirl it around. It's only on, oh, So we got one there. We got these right here. Okay, is this a 360 photo, you all? Oh. Wow. That's really interesting. It really is. And look right here. Look down here. Look at that perfectly round stone right there. Let's look at these screenshots really fast that we took really fast. Let me look at them, you all. Thank you for tuning in, because what if it's you all keep your comments coming, because people will go back and they will look at the comments. Okay. These look like stones. They do. They look like stones were put there for walls, is what they look like. These ones that are going straight. And then this rock down here looks like doesn't look naturally occurring. Oh. Food for thought, Both. Those arches, no, they are not natural, you all. Let's go back to the Google Earth. So we're down here on Google Earth, and we're looking at these arches, and they won't let us zoom in all the way. So now we know this location. It's not next to the ocean. It's next to a lake. So it would make sense if there was a lake like this for them to put their stuff right here, you all. Look at that. Look at beautiful mountains over there. You got some clouds. Wow. You think they, did they make that lake? Is that what we read? They made the lake, you all? That's really interesting. Let's see what they said they did. They made that lake. The columns are so strange. They said they're really strange. Look at that. They said it was really strange. Oopsie, Gina, honey, what did you do? You all, come on now. You know better than that. We are not buying it. We are not buying it. We're not. This place got destroyed, is what happened. It's even got the stuff on the top in those areas. It got destroyed by who or what? Look at that. That's right, Jillian. We can thank our wonderful technology, which is my screensaver. It had it on. It showed it before I logged on. That was screensaver. It was like boom. The Bing. If I click into, well, I didn't have to click into nothing. It was right there. So yeah, it's a good use of technology. Look at the map. Location of Crowley Lake. I would assume that it's right there. Is it right there on the corner? Right there. You all see that right there? Is it right there in that spot? I guess it might be. Okay, let's get back to this, you all. No, it's not. It's like right there, Gina. Right there. Boom. It's a red dot. Look at this, you all. The incessant pummeling of the lake's powerful waves, whose constant pounding had eroded the more malleable rock at the base of the cliffs. That's what they said. The section of the lake with columns, you all. They flooded the area, just like Lake Mead. When we would go to Lake Mead and we would camp, where was that place that we would go? I forget the name of it, but they flooded a whole entire town. They said that 760,000 years, a catastrophic eruption. Well, now I can say that a catastrophic eruption probably did occur, but look at this. Researchers, USC Berkeley, they used their X-rays. Look. Sample of resulting evenly spaced convection cells similar to heat pipes were analyzed using X-rays and electron microscopes. And the UC Berkeley researchers finding that minute crevices in these convection pipes were bonded in place by minerals that were able to resist the corrosion of the lake's waves. Researchers have counted nearly 5,000 of these pillars, which appear in groups, and they vary widely in shape, size, and color over an area of 4,000 acres, or 1,600 hectares, with some of the columns standing as erect as a towering pylon and sporting ring apertures approximately a foot apart. A foot apart, you all, ring apertures. There's no way that could be naturally occurring. Others are warped or leaning at various angles, and others are half submerged, and some may resemble petrified remains of a dinosaur vertebrae, you all. A dinosaur vertebrae. Greetings, Holly Honey. We have no moderators in here. We have a Google algorithm moderator. I think they're doing great. They are. This is really, really neat, you all. This is real neat. Look at this. Wow. So we have went over here to Google Earth. Did it even show you anything that I was looking at? Because I don't even know if I was talking. Did you all get to hear that, what I was reading? But we're over here on Google Earth, and this is the area. And if you look, you can see the walls. They said volcanic ash did it 670,000 years ago. Oh, okay, thank you. The tartans. Wow. You all know that would be a really nice place to go visit. It really would. Right there. We're going to exit the street view, and we're going to zoom out so we can see the Google Lake. The lake. How can I get out of that spot, you all? I wanted to just let me drag you down. It doesn't want me to get out of there. That's really interesting. Let me search it again. Let me do a search. Okay, now that's how we want it, like this. That's how we want it, you all. It's right here, Crowley Lake. Wonder if there's UFO sightings over there. Look, it had an overview of the mountain. White Mountains, White Mountain Peak, Shufflant Valley. Do we yeah, somebody's got some synchronicity or something, you all. Crowley Lake stone columns. All this time I was thinking it was on the ocean. No, it's right up there, you all. Right outside of Nevada. So we were over here looking at these columns of Crowley Lake is what we were doing. The Crowley Lake columns. Look at that one. See, these all appear to be of the same era. Is this what's this? Is this Maya? Is really. Why do they got this in the caves like this, you all? What's happening? The caves of Shafan, Byzantine burial caves. Okay, well, we don't want to go into the burial caves of Shafan. We don't want to go to the Byzantine era. We don't. Isn't it like said that civilization has been okay, we're already in the fourth something. We're entering the fourth revolution, industrial. So this is the fourth whatever thing. What do you call this? The fourth wave of Earth or something? The industrial revolution. I don't know what it is. The fourth something, you all. I can't think straight. Fourth dynasty of Earth. Industrial revolution. I know this one has been given another name. Oh, okay, here we go. This is what this is called right now, the fourth industrial revolution. So has the world been destroyed 4 times? Has it? So let's see this, you all. Okay, see the Google algorithm's doing really good because it hides comments that it feels is like whatever. But this is where we were. I was looking at Crowley Lake, right here, and then we was over here, and looking at these columns, how they could not have been. Barcelona. That looks really strange. Look at this architecture. Wires. It's an old structure. This reminds me of the church. This looks kind of like the church in Berlin. When we were living in Berlin, there was only the steeple, these parts of the church that were remaining in Berlin. That's really beautiful. You all look at this old. Here we go, right here. Where are this? Look at that. It's from the same era. Isn't that interesting? How we doing over here? Yes, many times. Gina, Moriah. Oh, thank you, Kelly. I want to say destiny. Fourth, density. Density. Can you find the lake on the Samsung map? Oh, okay. That's where we were supposed to be going, the lake on the Samsung map. Did we go over to the Samsung map? Okay, here we go. Samsung map, the lake on the Samsung map. We pulled it up. There it is right there. The heart. Okay, you wanted to go look at the heart, this lake right here on the Samsung map. There's that one. If we were to go, it is unknown precisely why the belief that California was an island persisted for so long after it was proven to be untrue. That's what they say. Okay, here we go. Is it any wonder on finding a large landmass in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, explorers raised the suggestion that it might be Atlantis, or that once this suggestion had been made, it took root in the imaginations of cartographers over time. It is unknown precisely why they believe it was California as an island. Ferdinand Magellan, 1776, the Anza and stuff. I'm supposed to be looking you. I'm trying to do it. I really am. I get sidetracked. So, oh my goodness. Look at this. The Atlantic Ocean takes its name. When explorers unexpectedly, they found themselves on a large land mass in the middle of the Atlantic, it raised speculation that this might be Plato's Lost Island. And this is why the map is titled Atlantis Insula, the island of Atlantis. It shows the Americas divided up into 10 kingdoms in which mythology made up the lost island of Atlantis. 10 kingdoms, if you think about it, you all, the 10 kingdoms. They want to split the United States. This is some kind of other map I saw, into 10 like provinces and have a governor over each province. So Plato wrote that these 10 rulers were the sons of Poseidon: Atlas, Gadrius, Amphires, Evamon, Meneses, Atochan, I can't really pronounce them, but Elespis, Mestor, Azais, and Diaperes. If you look carefully at the map, you can find each of the names labeling the land that Samson was suggesting they might have ruled. Oh, wow. If Poseidon was one of the gods, then he must have had children, if this is to be true. There's many ancient gods out there, you are really. So they would be kind of, I guess, maybe they were gods or demigods or something like that. It's unclear what criteria he used to divide the land up, except Atlas seems to have been given the vast majority of North America. How we doing, you all? The fourth turning Tartarian FEMA zones, you all. So I'm supposed to be finding this this lake. I did see the lake on Google Earth, you all. I did. Let me find it. Let's see the location of it, because we're supposed to be finding this lake that he told me to find. Um, it's right there by the mountains. Is that what you wanted me to find? There's the mountains right there. I think that was the White Mountains. I did see a heart-shaped lake. Well, now, over time, landmass does erode. It does. Water erodes, the wind blows, the dirt blows, and humans can come and bulldoze stuff. But what was this? Is that kind of a heart shape? That maybe that's it right there. Folsom Lake State Park. If we could go there, Atlantean. Oh, we don't got no moderators down here, but you are so very welcome. That's right, you are. Oh, Gina, yes, we do. Y'all, my nose is starting to itch. I think this is the little heart-shaped map. Okay, it kind of looks like it if we were to come here. Or is that one? Let's see if we could draw it. Sacramento. Okay, so we find Sacramento on here. I know we're going on. Do y'all think that's near Sacramento, this heart shape right here? Can you see it? Like a little heart-shaped map. You live next to Folsom Lake, Carol Higginson. So, Folsom Lake. So, is it kind of heart-shaped? Okay, that's great. That is really great. Let's see. So, where's Folsom Lake? You're right next to Folsom Lake, 1 mile from your home. So, is there any ancient structures there, you all? Any ancient structures at Folsom Lake? Really, we got to ask ourselves, any ancient structures at Folsom, near Folsom Lake? Ancient ruins. Folsom, how you spell it? I don't know how to spell it. I got to see on here how you spell Folsom Lake. Oh, Folsom, Folsom Lake. Absolutely there is, you all. Perfect! Can we say that's great? We can say that's really great. You all are perfect. You all, we got some eyewitnesses in here. Who knows what's going on? Yes, they do. That is perfect. We got it. Hello, you all. We going over here because America has a history that's been hidden. And yeah, so let's look at this, you all. Let's look at this. Hundreds flocked to see the ruins at Folsom Lake. How did the ruins get there? You all really ask yourself, how did these ruins get there? Rose, copper, big time. Yeah. Oh, look at this. You got all of this stuff too. So this probably has been rebuilt so many times, you all, this area. Look at this wall. Forbidden ruins. These are forbidden, you all. Have you been to the forbidden ruins? Oh, we got to look at this. abc.com. Let's read it. Let's read the abc.com, you all. Hope we can see it. My nose is kind of itching, but first I got to see if it has any sound on it. Let me see if I can hear it. Yeah, I can't. I had to mute it. If I do not mute this, you will get yourself in trouble. So I'm going to mute it. Let me see. Okay, let's look at it, you all. We can look at it. Old Folsom Dam. There better not be no... You know what they probably did? They probably flooded the area on purpose. Really? Land of the Giants. I got to make sure there's no sound coming through. Land of... Okay, this is a big dam they put there, you all. Wow. There must have covered up something major. That's really interesting. We can't listen to it because it has music in the background, you all. That's why I can't play it. There's music in the background. Sorry about that. let's see this. Oh, it's going to be a little bit long, you all. Sorry about that. It's going to be around. Yeah. You know that they do that in other parts of the world too. Like there was this one place where they flooded an area. It had mosaics or whatever you tile, picture tile on the ground, and they flooded the whole entire area out in the desert. History was lost and covered up by the water. The Mormons would build there. I can't play the sound because it had music in it. That's why you can't hear it. That's why. So I don't know what he's saying, but it has a history to it, obviously. Uranus was called Mormon Island. You can see this like right here. Let's go fast. Okay, they had stuff like this. Okay, y'all, we've seen enough of it. We know that they had a history to it. Okay, he's done. He's done, you all. We got the forbidden. Oh, Gina, look what you just did. No, I don't want to see the bookmarks. I want to see the history that I closed out. Okay. We can see it. Okay, we can see it now. You all, can you hear me? So these are ancient ruins there. Let's look at this map right here. Mormon Island, thank you. Somebody got Mormon Island here, thank you. So this is Mormon Island. Where was that at? Was that here in the same space, you all, right here in Mormon Island? Yeah, Mormon Island. In the gold rush, Eve out of the garden. Eve out of the garden? What on earth is that? Are you seeing this? Why are these great big giant heads at Folsom Lake, you all? You know, this was ancient Egypt, and they moved it. That's right. Oh, this is wild, you all. That's really wild. That's right, you all. We got it. We got it, you all. We got it going. That's right. The water can hide. It's a snake head. That's right. Yes. Yes, so this is in this there's people in this live chat, you all, who live near Folsom Lake, 1 mile from it. They flipped everything. 1 mile from Folsom Lake. Let's see if they had other things that popped up there. No, well, not right like that, but okay, they live 1 mile from Folsom Lake, and that's what showed up. That is wild. Is this at Folsom Lake too? Do you all have stuff like that? Where's this located? Ancient night. Oh, that's ancient ruins. I wonder where that is at, you all. I really do, but I don't know. But that's Snakehead. Where were we at? How did I get there? They said it's at Folsom Lake. Hundreds flock to see it. Can we view that's all there is of that. Ancient ruins. I wish we could see more of that at Folsom Lake. But I don't think we can. You can climb Lake Tahoe. Lake Tahoe is where, where's this at? Bolivia. This is Bolivia, you all. Anasazi. Mormon Island. Sorry about that. Mormon Island. We can look at Mormon Island. Where's Mormon Island located, you all? because somebody's there. Susan B. Honey. Folsom Lake, you all. We can look at see what we can do. Let's no, see, because I'm gonna do, Gina, you did it again. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to all ancient ruins at Folsom Lake. Let's go back to a custom date range. 1975 through, we see if they're gonna pull anything up. Let's see if we can do a custom date range. It doesn't want me to. Okay. Can I do that? Can I do like 12 and then come over here and do maybe a 2001? Let's see. Because sometimes it can, oh, look, there is an ancient temple. Where is it? Lake Titicaca. Oh, we're talking about Peru. Okay, I wanted to see ancients. Bureau of Land Management. Where is Mesa Verde National Park? And let's see where it's at. Carol Higginson. You see rattlers out there. Buried cities in Texas. Ruins in 1907. Hello. Where's Mesa Verde? Is that in it's in Colorado? Let's see what's that going to take us to? We're supposed to be in California, but we've seen Mesa Verde right here. Pueblo. Okay, we know that they had them. See, we know that, but there must have been something else. Okay, well, I was just looking for more ancient ruins. Let's see if there's any more images. They took it off. Okay, so if you're just tuning in, there was a big head, a great big reptilian head. We found the reptilian head in in Folsom Lake, right here. I think that's where it said a reptilian head. Yeah. So we got there because we were coming over here looking at these California. We were looking at this stuff. It's like it's wild. It's really so wild. If we were to do a search over here on Bing, you all, let's see about this. Bing, Folsom Ancient Ruins. Egyptian, California. Let's see it. Oh, so let's see. Was there a lost civilization in the Grand Canyon? Brahma temples and stuff, you all. Look at that. In the Grand Canyon. What do you think they're going to say? Lost civilization in the Grand Canyon. That's why they don't want you to look at it. That's right. We can't look at that. The lost stuff they don't want you to see. In 1909, the Smithsonian got involved, you all, to a cavern, a strange caverns. During an expedition, and the entrance to the cavern was nearly inaccessible. It was enormous caves, radiate from the center, like spokes on a wheel, full of artifacts, statues, copper weapons, granaries full of seed. Its size indicated that 50,000 people could live inside it, you all. Even more amazing, the artifacts didn't match up to anything on record. Rather, appearing to be of Native American origin, as one might expect, the objects had distinct Egyptian and Tibetan designs. Could there actually been an entire civilization of Egyptians living there? How did they get there, you all? Really, how did they get there? Look, it caused a huge sensation when this right here, This is what it looked like on the inside, you all, right there. Diagram of the underground cave in the Grand Canyon. Tunnels and rooms showing artifact locations, as described by G.E. Kincaid in the Arizona Gazette. Explorations in the Grand Canyon, you all. This is, they've hidden history. They really have. That it looks like it would go out like the sun. A thorough examination. Nearly a mile-long tunnel, 1,480 feet below the surface, to a mammoth chamber with the spokes of a wheel. Look at that. And you don't see nothing. Nothing of it. 12-foot wide passages. This is what they saw in there, over 100 foot from the entrance, several hundred feet long, in which they found an idol or an image of the people's god sitting on a cross leg with a lotus flower lily in each hand. The cast of the face is oriental, and the carving of this cavern, the idol almost resembles Buddha, although the scientists are not certain as to what religious worship it represented. Taking into consideration everything found thus far, it is possible that this worship most resembles ancient people of Tibet. Surrounding the idol are smaller images, very beautiful in form. Others are crooked neck, distorted shapes, symbolical of good and evil. And there are 2 large cactus with protruding arms on each side of the dais, which is God squats. All this is carved in the Arizona Gazette. Look at that. They saw hieroglyphs like this in there, you all, just like that. Engravings. On the urns or walls, there was hieroglyphs. Over the doorways, on tablets of stone found by the image, are the mysterious hieroglyphs, the key to which the Smithsonian Institute hopes to discover. You know what they did with them, destroyed them. These writings resemble those of rocks about this valley. The engraving on the tables probably had something to do with the religion of the people. Hieroglyphs have been found in the peninsula of Yucatan, but they're not the same. So this is what they found, you all. It's a scan and a tracing depicting the hieroglyphs. Look at that in the Grand Canyon. It's like Game Up. Here's some, look at this. The crypt. There was a crypt in there. Mummies were found in one of the largest chambers, and the walls were slanting back at an angle of about 35 degrees. Of the tiers of mummies, each one had a separate hewn shelf. At the head of each is a small bench which has found copper cups, broken swords. Some of the mummies were covered with clay and are wrapped in dark fabric. The urns and cups of the lower tiers are crude. The higher shelves are urns and showing a later stage of a civilization. It was male, no children or females. You all, they hid it. The crypt. Look at that. 3D computer rendering of what they saw. So you all in here, yep. Indian legends, warning. I am strongly against any attempt to get to the cave from the rim or below, since the attempts would be extremely dangerous. I do not recommend or condone or even suggest any such attempt by writing this article or by any information posted on this entire website. All approaches to the cave area are very dangerous, and again, I do not condone, support, or suggest that anyone make any such attempt to get to this cave. By writing this article and explicitly advise against any such attempts, it is illegal to enter most caves in the Grand Canyon unless it is properly sanctioned by the Grand Canyon National Park. I do not support, condone, or suggest any entry to any cave of the Grand Canyon or on the Navajo Reservation. I explicitly do not suggest, imply, or condone in any way, either through this website or in any manner, the disturbing historical or prehistorical artifacts or any items that may fall under the current Antiquities Act or acts enacted by the United States government and its laws. In other words, Leave all the historical and prehistorical items as they are in place. Please respect the sensitivity of the area, and if you travel there, tread lightly and obtain the proper permits. The Grand Canyon is a sacred place. Please treat it as such. 2001, you all. Look at that. 2001, you all. Let me do this, you all. We got this. Yeah, so we've got a history that has been hidden. So yeah, they argue that the Smithsonian purposely wiped Kincaid and Jordan from their records and actively destroyed artifacts that don't agree with the status quo of human history. Others think the caves hold a passage to the fourth dimension. Who said something in here about the fourth dimension? I know someone said something in here about the fourth dimension, about these caves, where the reptilians have secretly ran the world for thousands of years, emerge into our world. Still others believe the area is a top secret and closely guarded area like 51. So this is a series of caverns, proof of a long lost, possibly Egyptian civilization that's simply being covered up by the Smithsonians, with the passageway into this dimension for our reptilian overlords. You'll have to listen to the podcast to get all the crazy ideas for yourself. Yeah, let me put this right here. History, how history works, you all. Can we put that in here for you to listen to? We will do it for you. We can do it, you all. You know we can. Boom. It'll be neat to listen to. Like a little story time, you all. Story time is right. That's right. It's just a story. That's all. Oh, wow. I look really blurry on here. It looks like they have blurred this out on my end. I can't really see the live stream. It looks all blurred up here in the corner. Look how blurred it looks, you all. Do I look blurred on it too? I don't think they like me talking. Am I blurred? We are entering the fifth dimension golden age. That is not nice. I'm going to see what my bytes down here. I am at, I don't have any drop frames. I'm at a CPU of a 0.05% at 60.00 FPS and KB kilobytes a second. I'm at 4,177 kilobytes a second. Now I'm at 4,184. Okay, yeah, so 4,000 kilobytes a second. Yes, you all. So we know that there's something going on. I'm just looking at myself. But this is really interesting because we went to Folsom area, you all. We went to the Folsom area. And this one area, Crowley Lake, if y'all just tuning in, Crowley Lake. Let's look over. I want you to see this. Crowley Lake, in California. Crocodile, Crowley. I'm sorry, this is a long video. Lake columns. See it? This is in California. Let's go to land view, you all. We're going to go to the. We're going to enter the ground level. Can you please put us on the ground? Okay, we want to be on the ground. Okay, we are trying to get on the ground at Crowley Lake, and they don't want us to look at it. Can we get to the ground level? If I just keep doing this, maybe they'll put us at ground level. No, they're not giving us the option to go to ground level. Let's see if we can get over there. You all, they did me wrong. They did you wrong too. Look, they don't want us to look here again. Okay, well, we can look over here and here. Let's just twirl around in circles. There it is right there. But they're not going to let us look at it. It's fine. Thanks. It's fine. This is what we were looking at. They said that this was formed 760,000 years ago by volcanic ash and the waters and stuff, but they just so happened to match They so happen to match something else, you all, they do. Now it won't let me go. Yeah, it just so happened to match the thing in Barcelona, which is naturally, you can see that this has arches on it. Ooh, look at this. What's this got? I hope they don't got no bones on them. I really hope they don't, but these are arches. Naturally occurring, and they're evenly spaced. So, yeah. So let me put this back to me, you all. I think I'm done. It's been an hour, and I have been running my mouth for, yes. Oh, you got me on the big screen, Jay, honey. Yes, I hope I look good on there. I do. I like to be on the big screen. Yeah, that's okay. Because, you know, I got the little screen right here. It's nice to look at me on the big screen. I don't think I've ever seen myself on a big screen, but that's okay, you all. That is fine. We can do it. Yes. Wow. Shalom, Zohar, Ozi, Yisrael. Yes, you all. So we got it going. So we got a lost history. This is, actually, it's a city that overlooks, an ancient city that overlooks White Mountain. So I think that's what it was, White Mountain. Let's see if they can take us there, you all. Let's look at this. White Mountain, Crowley Lake. We want to zoom out. It had a pretty, we think they had Aspen, Colorado. I went skiing in Aspen, Colorado. Crowley Lake General Store, Bureau of Land Management. Yeah, so that's right, you all. We're gonna go. I gotta get you all. I really should be going, but this is interesting because there's a history that's been hidden. It's not really been hidden. You can find stuff on it. It's we're just hypothetically speaking about America being ancient Egypt and having like ancient pyramids like in it, and giants, red-headed giants, and Egyptian things, and caves, and burials, and artifacts, and hieroglyphs, and all of that. Yeah. And yeah, we just thinking. Probably nothing to it, you all. We just imagining things. That's what we're doing. There's no history other than the history that we got, right? That's right. I am going to go, you all. Thank you so much for your comments, and feel free to comment more even when this video is over. Add what you want to it, you all. You seeing some other things, and it was really cool that we had people at Fulham Lake. We found a reptile head there. We did. Reptile head, a great big old head protruding out of the ground from ancient ruins. There you are. We did. So I'm going to go. And with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love. You have a wonderful rest of your day. You all, we probably got some Egyptian blood in us. That's right. We got some walk like an Egyptian. Yeah. If you got some Native American heritage in you and stuff like that, that's right. So, yeah. So what if, let's ask this, you all. Now this is really serious. If you are a black-skinned person, dark-skinned person, you know you feel like your history has been hidden from you. Okay, it has for some strange reason. And there are a lot of people who are dark-skinned, and they are like ancient, they are of bloodlines of princes and princesses, you are. They really are from Africa and stuff. They are. And they have been brought over here against their will. So have Asians. So have a lot of other people. They have. And it wasn't right. It wasn't. It wasn't right what has been done to the Native Indians either. It's not right. When you look at the census, why did they have to do a census? Why? Why did they even start it? And when you look back trying to research your history, you can only go so far back. If you have any type, if you see the word mulatto on your census, you can only go back so far. Your history is, you're going to come to a block wall. You're not going to be able to go any further. I came to a block wall. I couldn't go any further. And what they do, they took your Indian names, your native names, and they gave you a different name. That's what they did. Gave you a different name and hoped that you would not remember or find out about where you came from. That's what they hope. They hope you don't find out where you came from. That's okay. We're going to find out. We already know. You know it's been hidden. That's right. And they don't want us to find out, but it's just too late. It's too late. That's right, you all. They do say that even like some of the, like, the lost tribes of Israel. It's like there's some over here too. That's right. And they're afraid. They really are afraid of people waking up. They are. They're afraid. They have every right to be afraid, really, because once you wake up and you find out you've been lied to by the reptilian overlords, well, it's not going to be a pretty picture. That's right. That's right. So I am going to go, you all. I am. And with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your day, you all. Thank you. Love you.